Good morning everybody, it is stupid o'clock and stupid cold on the 4th of July, 5th of July, I don't know. Let me tell you a story about this idiot I know who about a week ago was sitting at home feeling very bored and wondering how could he possibly be bored living in halfway around the world in Argentina. What he should do is get out and do more stuff. So he decided to go on a bike trip and he thought, oh, where haven't I been yet? And he'd done a lot of Argentina to the west and the north, and he didn't want to go south because it's winter and it would be even colder. So I thought, oh, north, what's the weather like north? So he decided to go to Uruguay and then up to Brazil, where the weather was looking like it was going to be pleasantly warm. Roll forward a week, 5:30 in the morning. The same idiot is riding down to the ferry, and what is probably the coldest night he's known since he moved to Argentina 2.5 years ago. It's about 3 degrees, and the nice thing is, it's A, it's Saturday, and B, it's the night after Argentina narrowly scraped through against the mighty Cape Verde in the World Cup, the 13th best team in Africa, I'll have you know. But yeah, good game, which means that it was a really noisy night in Buenos Aires last night, as you mentioned. The game finished about, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock local time, and lots of shouting and fireworks, and I'm sure all the few beers were drunk. So they won't be getting up anytime soon, and also of course it's not a normal working day. So as you can see, the roads are empty, which is just as well, because I really don't want to spend too much time on the first part of my journey, which is through the middle of Buenos Aires, well around the edge actually. So basically what I'll do is I'm crossing the River Plates, which from here looks like a big sea because it's about 30 miles wide at this point. But I'm crossing the River Plate, not directly, going at a slight, I'm going as much east as I am north, over to Montevideo, capital of Uruguay, and then I'm going to spend a day riding across Uruguay. Stay in a town on the coast just south of the Brazilian border. Not very big Uruguay, and particularly the north-south bit on the coast. Probably only going to do about 200 miles today, and then tomorrow I'll do the border crossing into Brazil. So anyway, we are going the opposite direction to where I normally go when I leave Buenos Aires. Normally I go directly behind me, out to get onto one of the big motorways or major A roads that take you to the west. Almost due east this morning to catch a ferry by a company called Bookie Bus. Very fast catamaran over to Montevideo, and it's out of a part of town called Puerto Madero, which is almost exactly equivalent to Docklands in London. You know, what was the main port in town, and they've gentrified it and done all that. Built big skyscrapers and banks and, as you can see, all that kind of stuff. I've got to try and work out how the hell I get in there. I know where to go as a foot passenger. I don't know where to go. There's somebody taking their car on board. There may be some faffing that goes on whilst I work out where I need to go. Parking, exit only. Nothing there. Place. You know, it's all the signposts saying go this way, doesn't it mean go this way? Let's just go to the right. Doesn't mean go to the right. So, about to get on the ferry. Checked on right, did a partial control as usual, sat down, had a coffee, but all vehicle drivers please go to the vehicles. So we went to the vehicles and sat outside in the not very warm temperature for half an hour and said, okay, you're about to board, start your vehicles, then now we're going to check your vehicle documents. Anyway, this is my ferry. We're now in Montevideo. Just waiting for this man to let me go. I think because I'm facing oncoming traffic rather than any other particular reason. And anyway, I came over on a ship called the Francisco, which is a fast catamaran. Apparently the world's fastest passenger ferry. 58 knots, which more understandable number, like I do, 110 kilometres an hour, let's call it 70 for a round number. Because of a failed lick, not considering anything, because like all ferries, the windows are dirty, and it was dark most of the journey anyway. God, I am not going to ask me for paperwork and shit I've got to dig out. I'll be a pain in the ass. Anyway, we've done it on the other side. So I thought I'd do a voiceover for this part so you could not have to worry about the expletives I muttered under my breath when I was talking to the border people. They decided to stop me. They asked to look at my paperwork, which is fine. Then he asked me to try and explain my paperwork. He didn't understand the number plate because it's a diplomatic number plate, which is always the problem. So he looked at the paperwork, couldn't understand it, decided he had to go and check with someone else, maybe to go and park to one side while he let everybody else through. Then he toddled off for about 20 minutes and then came back and then told me I had to go somewhere else, and I had to ride the bike over to another part of the port where I met some officials, and they looked at my paperwork and said, yeah, no problem at all, off you go. But the whole process took about probably 45 minutes from getting off the ferry, which is not what I needed. But anyway, then because of all the faffing about, I managed to get my camera in a bit of a tiz. I thought I was pressing record when I was in fact pressing stop, and vice versa. So most of my journey for the first couple of hours through Uruguay, it's a bit ridiculous. So I cut to a bit where I'm some way down the road. So yeah, this is Rocha. I'm about 200 something kilometres from Montevideo. It's very cold. I say very cold, it's about 10 degrees, but there's a biting wind, and put my grips on, and I had to stop and have a coffee and a pee because I was desperate. I've only got about 100 kilometres to go, just under 96, so I should be there in an hour, I guess. The Airbnb place I'm staying in is very lovely and promises me a fireplace, so I'm going to get that fire rocking, get myself warmed up and work out what I'm going to do for dinner and stuff. And that puts me about 45k, just under 30 miles short of the Brazilian border, which I shall cross tomorrow. But anyway, apart from it being pretty cold, what a lovely place. Uruguay is... Oh, lots of speed cameras, and guess what, got stopped by the police again earlier on. What's this number plate? What's that all about? I don't understand that. Can you see the paperwork? Oh, then, there you go. Thank you very much. So, hello, good afternoon. Here we are in Del Diablo, and instructions to where Airbnb says is on Airbnb. All very lovely with a pellet burning wood stove, which is a new thing for me, but keeps it warm, well, warmish anyway, because being Uruguay, it's normally quite warm, although I decided to pick the coldest and dampest time to come visit. And also being Uruguay and being normally a warm place, the houses are built not to worry too much about drafts and that kind of stuff. So the burner's doing a good old job burning pellets and making the place warm, but then it sucks a load of cold air, so never mind. So I'm actually staying here for a second night. Bearing in mind I haven't actually gone very far, I've only done about 200 miles since I left home, but I've spotted a problem with the motorbike which needs sorting before I go much further, and that is, if I can work out which one, because it's all covered in rain, one of my fork seals is leaking,